Hey guys, Glock Whisper 23. What we're going to be doing today is a Ghost 3.5 pound trigger kit on the Glock 30S. Little pocket bulldog. Not really pocket, but it is a bulldog. Now, my kit that I got with my Glock 23 came with a striker spring, a plunger spring, and the 3.5 pound connector, and also the trigger spring that pulls back on the block. But I'm not going to add anything but the Ghost 3.5 pound connector and the NDZ 6 pound XB trigger spring. XP. Yes, XP. That's all that I'm going to add to this one, because it'll give me the desired trigger pull that I would like. And I already know that I actually pulled it back out to do this video. I put it in at a friend's house last night to show him how easy it was to manipulate your weapon when you have a Glock. So what we're going to do is a quick safety check, let you guys know everything's safe. There's the spring. Everything's clear, no magazine. So as of right now, here, put that back together. As of right now, you can hear the trigger and the reset. Very nice audible clip. Very good trigger right out of the box. A lot of people don't change them. It's not a necessity for me to change them, but at the same time, I like a little bit crisper trigger pull. Plus, my wife likes to shoot my guns, and she enjoys the lighter trigger pull. So, we're going to do just basic detail strip, pull everything apart out of your frame, set everything aside. You don't really have to worry about losing anything or setting anything in any different order, because it only goes back in one way. What we're going to do is pull our trigger bar out of our block. You'll pull it straight up like that. Now note how your spring's in there, right? Because you're going to have to put that new spring back in the same way. Set your trigger bar aside, set your block down, set your old spring aside. Pop out your old connector. Connector only goes in one way as well. Out with the Glock connector, and we're in with the Ghost. By the way, this whole trigger job cost about $15. I waited for a day to, I got an email that my parts had just shipped. And this is the second time that I've done business with NDZ. And I'm very pleased with their customer service, with just their products, everything. Now, we've already got the spring and the connector in. It doesn't take very long. And you just drop your block back in, make sure that everything is seated completely. I usually just go ahead and pop my rear pin back in, just to make sure that everything's seated. It's not going to pop back out. And what I have found best is just to, after you put your block in, there's a gunshot. Put your top pin back in place, because that'll actually help you. I had a buddy that took apart his Glock, and he couldn't figure out why every time he'd fire around that his slide would lock back. So every time he shot, his slide would lock rearwards. And it was because he had put his lower pin in and his slide catch in at the same, or before his upper pin. So the upper pin had actually gone underneath of the spring right here when it's supposed to go over top. It had gone underneath of it, and it was constantly, holding upward pressure. So every time that the slide would cycle rearwards, it would just pop right up. And it took a minute to figure it out, but I went up to the car, ripped it apart, and we went back out, tried it out, and everything was fine. So, there is our trigger kit installed. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear a difference. You can definitely feel a difference, especially when you try it out back to back. So, that's it for the trigger job on the Glock 30S. Please like and subscribe if you don't mind. Thanks, guys.